Hello friends, I want to discuss today about a book. The book is Everything I Never Told You. It is the book between emotional stage, parents, children, and the love affair. Here the character, the Roshan. And before I say about the Roshan, let me tell you about the author. Author is Mr. Ajay K. Pandey. He has been brought up from Rihan Nagar, NTPC township. He is an electronic engineer. He wanted to become teacher and landed up in IT sector. And this is my observation. Anytime what you want to be in the life, and it doesn't happen always so. Rarely it happens so that whatever you want to become, you became so. But most of the time, you dream about something and ultimately you will end up somewhere else. The Roshan has a crush on Soha. Day back from the childhood, from the neighborhood, from the school to college, and then the stage of marriage, and then the story goes in a very smooth way. I must thank Mr. Pandey that he has narrated the story in very smooth flow like a river. There is no hiccups. I must thank him for handling the emotional issues in a social structure in very proficient way. The Soha belongs to Muslim family in the neighborhood, and Roshan, as usual, the story is from Hindu background. Ultimately, Roshan weds Manisha from an arranged marriage. Then there is birth of Anuj, the kid. Later on in the life, very early, this happy family faces what I should say, a trauma and separation. Then the Anuj and Roshan the father and Anuj the son, they have the issue of understanding, issue of overthinking, overestimating. Roshan is a father, though he was in love with Soha, and Soha is now having a very established clinic in the same premise. And the Anuj as a kid, after the death of his mother, he comes to know about the father and his life before marriage. Now the question and the situation comes in this book that whether parent as a couple should tell everything to the kids, the children, whether in the early age or in the later age, whether it is necessary, whether it is required, whether it is important. The kid is not able to forgive the father, though the father situation is different. And thanks to the author that he handled the emotions and issues very proficiently, very efficiently in telling the story from the point of view of Soha, from the point of view of Roshan, from the point of view of Anuj, the kid. The kid also has a Mausi and the Mausa. And this story goes in a smooth way. The book has been written in chapter wise with the name of character, what the character feels, what character says, what character is demonstrating. And then the next chapter with the name of another character. The book is, I would recommend to the parents, I would recommend to the growing up children, they must read it. It's only about $200 and this is published by Srishti, publisher and distributor. It is available on Amazon also. This is very natural phenomena where the parent should share everything with the children. In many families, they share everything with the children, whether it is important, not important, whether it should be or not should be. Every day, every morning, they go on feeding the children. They do not allow child to develop and do not allow to take him decision. Even with father son, the same situation is mother and daughter. I think some parent may be feeling that their children is not sufficient, not educated properly, or not capable of taking decisions. So they keep on spoon feeding day by day. The book says, let the children take decision. Let us understand that children is capable. They are able to understand, they are able to analyze, and let them come to a level where they understand the intricacies of social structure. Many decisions parents do take depending on their own understanding, depending on their situation at that time. And whenever I say that time, you should not analyze that time in the future time, because the situation has changed, because the scenario has changed, because the requirement has changed. Just for the analysis purpose, that's not a good idea, because we live in present, we have our responsibilities, we have the thinking, orientation, understanding, and the background. You go to school, you go to college, you have friends, you have siblings, and that gives you the backdrop of your thinking, your mind orientation. And this is how you grow up. Otherwise, in this world, it should not have been progressing. World progress because you think differently. You understand people by your own thinking, by your own analysis. The Roshan and the child Anuj, they have an issue about the father's relationship after the death of Anuj's mother Manisha to cancer. The Anuj was not much aware about the father's relationship before marriage. Though Soha is contributing his role and responsibility very seriously towards the Roshan and towards the Anuj also. Soha also contributed happily when Manisha was hospitalized and needed medical help and the financial help. When the family goes under financial circumstances, crisis, maybe due to social requirement, maybe due to some medical issues, and then you need somebody to help you out. help you out are the emotional support. Soha did that. But Anuj, as a kid, was not able to understand and digest. Later on, the situation changes. The father allows the kid to grow himself and understand. To know the story further, I recommend you must read the book. I recommend it. It's interesting. The flow is very smooth. The price is very cheap. Anybody can go for it. The book is written in English, and many good words have been told by the other corporates about the book and other authors about the book. I also recommend it to young children, growing children, to parents. So I recommend this that you go for it. It is available on Amazon and I recommend it. I like the book. While reading, it was a situation not put down ever. Continuously you will be engrossed in the story, in the emotions, in the stage, the situations. There is situation of Hindu, Muslim and secularism, understanding, blaming. I think the author could have avoided, so let it be decided by the readers. Now the book is here. I put it to you. Enjoy it. You will like it. Thank you. But the thing is, you must subscribe and put the bell button for all notifications. I have seen many my subscribers, they subscribe but do not push the bell button, so they do not get the message when the new video comes. So do that and enjoy.